Hello everyone, Wishboy Columbus here. I'm just doing a video today about some things that I have seen lately on Facebook and on YouTube, where a young man who posted a video was recording while he told his, I want to say, Southern Christian family that he was gay. He came out of the closet. And the horrible reaction that they had. It got way out of control. There was physical, like, hitting of him. I think he probably responded in light and kind. Sorry, I just had this little thing fall on my chair. The comments, they were like, said that they were kicking him out. He was going to be disowned. Blah 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 blah. So if you want to see that video, I'll try and put it in a link to it below. I have a really hard time watching it, so I have not watched. I don't like to watch the whole thing. So, and like as soon as it got violent, it freaked me out. Because I've been there. Not with my family, but I've seen it happen. And then I also follow a young man, I should say young man because he's younger than me, Sup Daily 06 on YouTube. SUPDAILY 06. He posted a video, Is being gay a choice? I mess that up every time I try to say it. Where he asked his viewers what they thought, what their opinions were. And I made this video earlier, but I talk really loud, and my mic level was too high. And so all my videos lately have been like really, and I apologize, like really like squeaky loud, and I apologize for that. I try to turn it down, so hopefully it's not as loud. Because I do get excited and I talk loud. But I would like to say, like, some of the comments that are being made on his video are just unreal. Just unreal. And one, I just singled her out because she caught my eye, and I'm hot-headed anyway. And her statement was, being gay is a 100% choice, but kicking the kid out of the house is because of that, it's just ridiculous and not and just not right. If she believes in God, she would have handled it differently, even though I don't support the LGBT community. So, and there are several other people that kind of agreed with her. And that just, like, sent me into a tizzy. And I made a previous video, but like I said, my mic level was wrong. And so it was a big mess. So I'm going to try and get this all said. I responded to her, and I'm probably going to have backlash from this. But I don't care. Here's the thing. I'll tell you some of my points of view. Now, I'm not going to bash Christianity, or it might come across that I am, and I just don't care. If you don't like it, turn me off. I've hinted around before that I don't agree with Christianity, and let me tell you why. I never have, ever, since I was a very, very young boy. I could never, it was like, I know what I'm being told here is wrong. It just doesn't feel right. It didn't sit right. It didn't feel right in my pit of my stomach. And that was way before I knew anything about who I was as a person. You know what I mean? I was just a little kid. But I knew that these were lies. Because when you would ask why, it was kind of like, because I said so, was the response that you got. And, see, I'm talking, and my eyes are switched. I just don't, that doesn't go with me at all. I'm not a because you said so kind of guy. And I've never been that kind of guy. So, like, even after researching and stuff, it just, none of that has ever set right. I think it's a farce. I think the Bible is a storybook, a fictional storybook, which, if you think about it, was written thousands of years ago by men, translated by other men, and translated again by other men, who all had their own personal agendas, who all put their own spin on it, if you will, because it's what they needed at the time. If you look, Christianity was struggling until leaders, like I've even seen this in some history documentaries, that until like the leaders of the country or the continent or whatever converted. And why would you think they converted? They just didn't suddenly decide, oh yeah, that seems right. I think it's because they realized what a powerful fear-mongering tool it was. How better can you control this massive area if you tell everyone that they do it your way or they're going to burn for eternity? Not only are they going to be struck dead by the wrath of God, but then they're going to go into this afterlife where they're going to be in this fire pit of tar, and you know what I mean? It just doesn't. Of course they're going to follow you. You know, people back then took all that stuff literal. We know more now. Quit believing in a book that was written thousands of years ago with all these men that had their own personal agenda. They wanted to control the weak-minded. That is the bottom line. Like, I think from a moral standpoint, some of the teachings are okay, but not when they're hypocritical, not when it's okay for you to preach that, but not okay to live it. Or it's you, or because they don't agree, they're wrong. You know what I mean? It's not the one and only way. So let's get off that subject and go back to this. So I had to respond to this lady, and I wanted to share with you my comment, even though it was a little harsh. I said, I just want to set one thing straight for you. Being gay is not a choice. Acting on it may be a choice. Your argument would be taken more seriously if you were not quoting a fiction book of lies. I'm sorry that things you do not understand make you uncomfortable, but if you're only... Sorry, my screensaver. I don't know why it does this when I record, but not when I play. I'm sorry that things you do not understand make you uncomfortable, but if your only agreement you can come up with is a Christian one, then you really need to step back and look at other reasons and research besides religion of why others do not agree with you. Religion is a choice. Your religion is a choice. Now, I do not wish to bash your closed-minded, one-sided point of view, but you must remember that it's just your opinion. Just like it's your opinion to believe in a book written thousands of years ago by men, translated by other men who all have their own personal agenda. Control over the weak-minded. Control is in quotes. The whole thing is in quotes, but control over the weak-minded. Set yourself free from dogma. Learn for yourself about life, not what you're told to do. And that's why I kind of cut myself off, because I could have rant and raved all day. It just boggles my mind how people approach life like this. And because it's not what I've been told I need to do, I'm not going to, and they have no idea and don't want to experience things out of what they've been told to do. It just doesn't make any sense. That's not, I can't live my life that way. I live every day of my life trying to learn about other people, about the world, and searching for my own truth. And what I've come up with is that most of anything that you're going to find out is biased or a lie. I always say go out and research for yourself and find for yourself what makes sense. Does it sit right with you? If it sits right to sit on another person and torture them because you don't agree with what they think, I think that's you have a problem. You need to go see a psychiatrist. Our motto, like I don't use the term that I'm Wiccan. I do follow Wiccan beliefs, some of them. I do believe, and it harm none, do what thou will. But the thing is I believe that to be a guideline to live by, not a rule. But if you look at that, like, if it's about love, if it's about, even if you don't understand the love, but if it's about love and it's not hurting someone else and it's not in a society, like breaking in a society law where, like, you're not letting a young child say that he loves you so he wants to have sex with you, or she. We've come as a society to agree that kids can't make decisions like that. But I think that if we have to, as a world, take a look around us and realize that These are outdated concepts created by people who wanted to control other people. That's the bottom line. And it really saddens me that like I said, that there are people that go through life with these blinders on and they have no interest in looking past. They can't see. It's just like being approached about my belief because I have a sticker on my car. You know what I mean? Who are you? I understand that you're concerned about my soul, but why are you concerned about my soul? Because some book that you read or you were told that if we don't do it your way, that it's the wrong way. And guess what? That's just not the way things happen. I have a really big problem with Abrahamic religions because of all of this stuff, all this persecution of others, and it's like slavery to the mind. I just don't understand how anyone can go through life thinking that these people couldn't have lied. I mean, haven't any one of you, have you never ever experienced someone lying to you to get one up, to better themselves, to control you, to make sure that they look good, to make sure they don't look bad? It's the same thing. Let's see. I have a country, this is thousands of years ago. I have a country that's this big, and my kingdom is right here. And this is little dot, scale-wise. How am I going to get all these other... Sorry about that. How am I going to get all these other people to go along with what I tell them? Unless I convince people that you do it my way, or you can't just say, you have to do it my way. There has to be a repercussion. The repercussion is, or you'll be struck down by God, and you'll burn for eternity in the pits of fire and whatever that other else they preach. So it's an outdated concept. It's so outdated, and I can't believe people still cling to it. It drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. Think for yourself. Figure out what you think is right, and then throw the rest away. And if you think that, like I said, that being hypocritical, it's okay for them, or I can preach it to this, but you need to do it this way, and then not do it yourself, you have a problem. You're crazy. You need to see someone and talk about it. Or maybe be prescribed medication. I don't believe in prescribing medications for that, but if you're crazy, if that's your way of thinking, if you have that warped way of thinking that you're better than everybody else, and then it's been clinically proven that most religious fanatics are crazy. It's been proven. I just saw a scientific study. So let's free the dogma. Figure life out for yourself. And for the parents of these children, shame on you. Shame on you. You're supposed to be that kid's strength, that pillar of strength for them. You are supposed to be someone that person can rely on till the day you die to help them. And if you don't understand it, figure out a way. Teach yourself. It's a learning experience for both of you. He's a young man. You're an adult. You don't understand it, and he doesn't understand it, but he knows that this is how he feels. Learn together. I'm not saying go out and sleep with men together. I'm saying learn about the culture of it. Learn there's more than just the sexuality behind being gay. It is a whole different culture. It is also because probably dictated by society and media and everything else. You have to think. It's kind of like you have to rebel because everything in the world is geared towards saying that it's wrong or saying that this certain kind of way, this certain kind of relationship is the right way, just like this is the right way. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. So we have to talk about it. The only way things change is because people need to be educated and things need to be talked about. I am running longer than my last video, so I'm going to wrap this up. Please, please, please let me know what your comments and questions and anything else that you have to say. If it's hatred, don't bother. I will delete them and block you. Constructive criticism is always, can you know, word it out. If you're mad because I said something against Christianity, guess what? I don't care. You can leave me hate comments until the cows come home. I'll just delete them, and it's not going to bother me. I do not care. I'm sorry that that rubs you the wrong way, but guess what? Your way is not my way. So that's the way that's going to go. If you are upset because I said that being gay is not a choice, I've read a lot of research. Like I said, research is biased. So getting through to the facts, it's genetic. There's nothing you can do. Acting it out may be the choice that you're talking about. Yes, I do not have to act out wanting or having feelings for guys. I do not have to do that. I could lie. That's called being closeted. But it's not going to change who I am as a person. I'm still gay. I'm just not saying it. So, but please shoot them below. Let me know. I'd like to hear your comments. And I'm sorry that if I feel overly aggressive, but this is a subject that's near and dear to my heart, and my feelings go out for this young man. I would like to say I will try to help you in any way I can if you contact me or anyone else that is in this situation. There are organizations you can talk to. I would love to open my home up and give every person, man or woman or boy or girl, shelter if that was what happened to you, but I just can't do that. But there are places that you can go, and there are people that will help you, and I will do my best to help you help yourself. Until next time, everyone has a great day. Thank you for watching, and blessed be.